There's a strange juxtaposition in the gospel today. Jesus says that do not fear the one who can destroy the body. Fear the one who can destroy soul and body. Now, one would think that that would be God, right? But here's the juxtaposition. Jesus says that 2 sparrows are bought for a small coin, but not one of them falls to the ground without the Father knowing. The Father knows every hair on our head. Such is His love. So deep for us is His love. And so Jesus says, so do not be afraid, for you are worth more than many sparrows to the Father. So do not be afraid of the Father. God isn't going to destroy our soul. Actually, there's only one that can destroy our soul, and that is us, right? Ourselves. And Jesus says, do not be afraid. And living in fear is what can really, really keep us from living in God. That can destroy our soul. It can paralyze us in our life. The fear in our life. You know, I brought with me a quote from Martin Luther King. You may be 38 years old, and one day some great opportunity stands before you and calls you to stand up for some great principle, some great issue, some great cause, or I would say, some great relationship. And you refuse to do it because you are afraid. You refuse to do it because you want to live long. You're afraid that you will lose your job. Are you afraid that you will be criticized? Or that you will lose your popularity? Are you afraid that somebody will stab you, or shoot at you, or bomb your house? So you refuse to take the stand. Well, you may go on and live until you are 90, but you're just as dead at 38 as you would be at 90. And the cessation of breathing in your life at 90 is but the belated announcement of an earlier death of the spirit. Fear can paralyze us. And at the bottom of that fear, what really paralyzes us, at the bottom of that fear, of all fear, is I can't handle it. It's very simple. I can't handle it. I was reading that in a book, and I think the title is apt on how to deal with fear. Feel the fear and do it anyway. That we may see that some of the issues of how to face that fear is we hear in Jeremiah, enemies attacking him from all sides. He's scared out of his mind. But one of the things that he holds on to is that God is with him. That God walks ahead of him. That God will defend him. And I think in dealing with our fear and feeling like we can't handle it is to realize that with God, we can handle anything. That we have great power in our life with God to face our fears. We all have them. And the challenge is to do it anyway in our life. The only way to deal with fear is to face it. The only way to feel better is to face it in our life. To realize that we can handle it through the help of God, and in particular, we see God in the flesh helping us through others. I know in my life that I've faced some great fears of my own, which might seem little to other people. But I know in my life, in facing those fears, it's when I have asked for help and sought support that I was able to be free. And I see so many people that come to me and they're saying, oh, I'm going to face this fear. And I know, sad to say, that they're going to fail because they're on their own. It's hard to stand on our own. And they're not asking for help. In our life, let us see that we can handle it with the gift of grace, with God with us always, in prayer and in one another.